wasn't. I mean, I really think like yes, it's a tragedy. It's like injustice happen, but people don't have to be like violent,
Right,
in their back. Violence cannot like provoke another violence. So yeah, they were like sitting in the middle of the road, like speaking.
And that's the way it should be. When a few months ago when they had the protests.
Yeah, but those were
George
two
Floyd,
groups.
it was two different
Yeah.
groups.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to like
Chime in
on this. I actually think so. I think protesting across the board, there's no right or wrong way to protest.
Yeah.
And like injustice across the board, if it angers you, it should anger you, and you shouldn't have to tone how you show up
Yeah.
for other people. So if you want to be
True.
angry, be angry. If you want to like injustice for people of color, black people in general, have been centuries happening. So if it does get to a point where you're not acting in the way that people want you to act, that's okay too.
Yeah.
And it's not an appropriate way to protest. It's not I don't like the word peaceful protest. Protesting is
Yeah.
going
It's-
against the grain.
It's crazy. I mean, I think even voting Biden in, it's not going to change what these officers are doing to people.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is going to change is us getting more into politics and being on the other side. Like, like who are the jurors, It's crazy. And like, why was it like probably an all-white jury that convicted? I mean,
So I have to tell you guys about this girl that I love. So she's on my sorority sisters. Her name is Yodi Tawaldi. So she works for Sean King.
Yeah.
And she's part of grassroots legal services, and she like broke it down in a way that I never understood legal terms, like grand jury versus like legal trials. And let me tell you, like learning about the legal system is like such a benefit. Like I didn't even know half this stuff, and she's just amazing. She's from Ethiopia. She's this African queen who's gorgeous.
Wow.
And
Like
she's
you.
smart. And she's smart. And like I was like, girl, I'm like, I need you to break it down to me. But like, so to your point, I think we have to learn about the systems. So she broke down this system in a way that I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's why it happened the way it did.
Yeah. But I mean, how long do you think it'll take before we see a change?
When you go out there and vote, we need to encourage the voting.
Honestly, I mean, of course,
Yes,
we're gonna
vote.
encourage you to
Vote.
vote. Please
Vote.
vote.
vote,
Register
And-
and vote.
Yes,
Yes.
and we need him out of the White House. I
Yes.
mean, things just got worse, and then now with his taxes, that's just crazy. But anyways, we just need to vote. We really do. A lot of people are like,
if you
"Oh, I'm
want to
not
change
voting."
something, you have to do something.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not just sitting and
Yeah.
talking on the
So,
sofa.
yeah.
voting, I can't run. I would never run for office. But
Yeah.
we have some amazing women of color.
Never say never.
Never say never. But I'm never running. But there's women in Boston that are like doing some
Powerful.
amazing things. So there's part like you can part run.
Yeah.
You can part like vote too. So
And you can also
Right.
support. Like we support our
Yes.
girl Ayana.
I love Ayana.
Yeah, so I mean we are always like supporting. But okay, so with that said, what do you guys think about our last outing?
Oh, that was fun. It was great. I
How
love
about
it.
that?
Amazing.
It was such an amazing
Despite I
time.
was so tired, exhausted after
Oh my
photo shoot,
gosh.
but like I came and like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I came out.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I have to say I had a lot of steaks in my life,
yeah.
but that
Oh.
was the best
Yeah,
steak.
exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to say too,
Oh
like, I was
my
just-
God.
So we have to recap. So we want to
It was the best steak you
The
had.
best steak ever.
Yeah,
How about
exactly.
you?
Yeah, exactly.
And I
yeah.
know you
Oh, you
know.
know the best thing ever. So this is like
The best burger she has.
Salt-
She
Salt-
said it.
I went back. It was Salt
Yeah.
Bays,
Yeah,
aka Salt Bays.
yeah,
Grand opening.
yeah.
We were in the house. The best steak. Katya got self-serve.
Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't my first time. I saw him.
Yeah.
I saw him. Yeah, I saw him in New York, and I got self-serve there too. So
I love it.
double whammy.
Double
Is it better in Boston?
It's
Is
the
it better in
same. The
Boston?
same taste.
Everything's better in Boston.
Come on,
Well,
because
she
you
loves New
are
York, so
I
she
know,
loves New
I
York,
know.
so I don't know.
I love
about
to
that.
Yankee.
Right?
So the grand opening was very grand. It was really, really nice. Anybody who was somebody, and maybe not even everybody, was there at the grand opening.
I like the way you put it. Like it was somebody.
I don't want to offend anyone.
Everybody was, you know, inside. You say outside.
Sorry,
we were there, and it was
We were
so
there.
We were inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dinner was everything
Yes.
that I expected it to be and more. Okay. Even the sides, like the mushrooms, the asparagus,
It was
Yeah.
the
delicious.
drinks.
The drinks were awesome.
were really, really good. We were all served by Turkish people, Turkish men,
Yes.
and it was like a 9.5.
Where's the another half?
She said,
What about your baklava?
It was 9.5, and that's really good coming from me. But we were kind of tied up in there.
It was. We had
So
to wear a
what about
mask the
product?
entire time.
Yeah.
We took the mask off for like a quick picture and then put it back on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and for a
But-
quick bite.
Right? It was like,
Yeah.
so I see these masks now, they have like a little hole, you can unzip it.
Yeah, I know.
You should be like,
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
a,
God,
or
that's
a screw,
crazy.
right? Like a bottle.
That's a good idea. That's a good marketing one.
marketing idea. though.
I'm selling you right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Hold on a
no.
second.
Boss of
I know.
Don't talk
No,
to me.
no, you better shut your mouth.
Zip it up.
Zip it up.
Zip it, yeah.
Oh,
That was funny, but it was a great event. But
I know a few people I want to give that to.
trademark.
Yeah.
There is no Christmas this year.
No,
So you're
no,
just gonna have to give
you
it
might
to
get
me.
one.
Follow you guys.
Yeah, trick or treat.
Yeah.
But we did have an amazing time.
Sounds like a time.
It was a good night.
It was an
Yeah,
amazing
it was
night.
great night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
confused with all that's happening with the building inspector and the restaurant. You guys heard it was closed.
That's your department, girl. Tell us
Right?
about
Building inspector.
Why
Tell
did
us
you
what
close out?
happened.
I don't know too much. I don't do restaurant inspections, so
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
what happened behind the scene there.
Yeah.
But I did hear it wasn't in compliance with a few things.
Yeah.
But when we were there, they had their mask on.
Yeah, they did.
The only thing we were a little that I could say were a little cramped. you
Yeah,
know?
it was a little tight, and that's why I gave it a 9.5 because
Makes sense.
we could have been spread out a little bit
Yeah.
more. Like
Yeah.
and
I give it a 10 because Shelly came with her Lysol in her hand. Spraying the plate.
Spraying everything, just spraying everywhere, everything.
So you know Shelly, she had the
She
Lysol
sprayed
on
salt
deck.
away. Like,
Oh,
okay.
Salt Bay got sprayed.
She was like, blessing for you, for your vessel.
I might give it a 10. I might give it a 10.
yeah.
I mean, like because I have experience in the restaurant business, and
Yeah.
all violations that I read actually was around 12, and it's huge, you know.
Yeah.
Because when the inspector was coming to my restaurant, even if you have one, your heart is dropping, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of violations, how many times, how much time they will give you to fix it. All the stuff, but 12 violations, it's like very serious, you know.
That's
and
deep.
yeah, and one
Yeah.
of the violations I read it was like because the refrigeration was at 56 degrees,
Yeah.
which is supposed to be 40 maximum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
So and some
Yeah, that's a
like-
big deal.
it is, yeah, for
Yeah.
regulations, yeah. And I think, I mean, like they scheduled to be open on Wednesday,
Yeah.
back on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I think like it was kind of given good time for them to fix those problems.
Yeah.
But another controversial side, I mean, like it's a lot of like envy people around, and
Yeah,
you know,
of
they,
course.
because everybody
Yes.
starts get the envy and jealous that he's grand opening in the middle of COVID. When the other restaurants are forced to close, and he's
hard,
being
right?
successful, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
I think you have to do both. Like you have to support small businesses. And,
Yeah.
like, it's not an either or. It's a both and.
Yeah.
But it's a personal choice. Like we wanted to go there, we went there, right?
Right.
So you guys
Right.
gotta
Yes.
understand, Salt Bae is an Instagram
World
You know,
sensation.
Yeah.
sensation, and
30 million.
he brought some excitement to the city, believe it or not,
Exactly.
during this COVID,
And COVID.
time.
Yeah,
That's great.
he did.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And people, they could eat steak anywhere.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But I don't
yeah.
know. That steak was good though.
No, that steak was excellent.
Yeah,
They
we
could-
could have ate steak anywhere, but
Yeah.
We could have eaten steak
we might go
everywhere.
back.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you saw the line out there to
Yes,
see him because
exactly.
they wanted to have a meal and see him and have the
Yeah.
experience with him there.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
he did great. He,
He
was
did.
coming to each table, giving
Yeah.
attention, you know, and when we took pictures and posted, people started messaging me. They thought like we're in Miami or wherever in LA.
New York,
And I
yeah.
said, why are you, where's like he's coming to your girl's table? And I said, we're in Boston actually, you know.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right.
Right.
It's like adding some spices to our
Love it.
boring
Yeah.
Boston lives.
So wait, is that not what we're doing? We're adding the spice to to the boring Boston life.
She said,
Are we the
restaurant?
No, I know we are.
Oh,
We don't
okay,
do the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Are we the
So
salt
you
and
guys,
pepper?
are you guys, are you guys calling
Wait,
Boston
we're the
boring?
salt and pepper
We're the
thing.
salt. Yes, yes.
I call it very conservative.
Nobody likes some smoked paprika.
Right. We're the new Dover.
I feel like Boston, they need to be shaken up a little bit because Boston is very conservative.
Yeah,
you know.
to follow the rules and standards. I understand it's great,
Yeah.
but I need some more diversity in everything. You know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm all about diversity.
That's
So
what we
that's
are.
what he brought here. He brought a little. He shook up the town a little bit, and you know,
I
a lot
love
of
it
people
a lot.
were
Yeah,
happy.
yeah,
A lot of people were happy, and a lot of people got angry.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
such is life.
So,
Yeah,
Such is life.
right.
but you know, kudos to him.
Yeah, exactly. He did awesome. He's 37. He has already 21 restaurants. I
Wow.
think, you know,
Wow.
and actually, you know, I have such a big respect for him
Yeah.
because I read his bio and he started working at age 12 because his family was so poor.
Yeah.
He was forced to go to the butcher shop and work there from age 12, and look, within like
Right.
20 years he grew up like so much.
And he posts his
Wow.
pictures about that too.
Yeah.
He
I
love
does,
it.
you
Yeah.
know.
So it's this idea of like, when you do something, do it well.
Right.
So if you're a butcher, just be the best butcher.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Environmental, is it environmental or is it engineering?
Specialist.
Environmental
Inspections, you're the best. Like,
Yeah,
if you
if
do
you do
the
something,
best
yeah,
in what
have a
you're gonna
passion
be.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good
true.
example.
And he was one of the best that I've had served me.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
I love that.
I agree.
Yeah.
So,
But to the other restaurants that we so love to visit, you know,
yeah.
we're still gonna visit. We still
Yeah.
love your food,
Yes,
Yeah,
of
and,
course.
yes.
and we're gonna go
Even though
support.
you're gonna feed Katya with that.
We're gonna go support,
You gotta
but
feed.
we have
Yes.
to support. You know, even
I think
South
it's
Bay,
both.
so.
I think it's both. You got a local, big.
Right.
Anything that's coming to Boston that's better in Boston. Which
Yeah.
He definitely did.
Spicing it up.
Spicing it up.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he opens because I want some steak. I want that.
Well,
That's
on
it,
another
that's it.
side, I won't say like, oh, everybody's like, oh, because like this what Boston magazine released that
Yeah,
article
and
about that.
yeah.
Oh, we like in the middle of pandemic, so many restaurants like scrambling to pay employees, and he's opening this lavish restaurant. But you know what? Honestly, to say before that, how many restaurants on Newbury Street got closed just because Seaport restaurant got open? Now,
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
that was like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So it's you know,
Survival
it's
to the
unfortunate.
fittest, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he's on the wave right now, and right now he's up here. So you know, he's just getting his share of fame and fortune before his wave.
But the steak was good. Let's
Yeah,
be
the
honest.
steak was awesome.
Good.
Yes, I know. It's like nothing
If
to
it was
talk
like, if it was
about.
like average, I'd be like, eh.
I would go back
Yeah.
to like
I would
100
go-
times and
I've
eat
been
that
back,
steak.
so let's
yeah.
be clear.
Okay,
Let's be clear.
okay.
Yeah.
It was the best thing I ever had.
It's almost like all the salons on Newbury Street doing bad, and here comes this huge salon that comes to Newbury Street and just takes over.
everything.
No, let's be honest. It's like all the salons doing bad, but Shelly's doing great.
Yes.
Because she does hair amazingly.
Okay, that was paid advertising.
What that is, when you do what you do well.
No, I
And
must
you-
say
you
I'm
do what
doing
you do
pretty
well.
good in this pandemic.
No, when you do what you do well.
Unfortunate,
That's a
you know,
blessing.
for
Yeah.
all the salons.
Yeah.
But
No, it is
I'm one
true.
of the smaller boys, you know, not the big boys, but the smaller girls on Newbury Street. So,
Yeah.
and I stay small. And right now, I could appreciate being
And
small.
you've been there how many
Yeah.
years?
Connor, you own your
18?
craft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going on 19, yeah. So almost 20.
Almost like
I love
something
it.
big.
But
So
yeah.
20 man is a big celebration.
Yes.
Yes.
What are we
Oh my
doing?
goodness.
Shelly, you have to spray hair like that.
Oh, wait. So the tagline is going to be,
Yes, you wait.
I started doing hair when I was 5.
No, you didn't have it like
I
started
started with
with
a spray
her
bottle.
I know, she's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be with the blow dryer.
oh my God.
Without my Lysol.
Alright, this is her life.
Your mom will be young. You okay? Wait, everyone, I got sprayed. What are you doing? You like voodoo, you know, like go.
I call her Lysol babe.
Yeah,
Lysol
It
babe.
works. It kills the corona.
no, I told her like what she's doing. She's like, I was like, is she clearing like
Yeah.
spiritually the yacht?
Yeah.
That's good. We appreciate that though.
Yeah,
We need
right.
that.
Yeah. We're going to share some fabulous pictures and video with you from Salt Bay Grand Opening. So
Yes.
I hope you really enjoy them. I hope you love the
Look at
pictures.
them.
Love Katia being fed by Salt Bay himself. What's his name? Do you know how to pronounce his name?
Newsret.
Nazareth.
Nuzeret or Nazareth?
Nazareth.
Yeah.
Nazareth.
So, anyways, yeah, him feeding Katia.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Olga,
yeah.
were you jealous? You wanted him to
Of
feed
course.
you,
I was preparing my mouth.
Oh, man.
Oh my God!
She's
Yeah.
ready for part 2. I can't.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hope you guys enjoy the pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll break for that, and then we'll come back and let's talk a little louder because I don't want this to be a whole race. And then let's try and
Can we
look
pause
at
it
the
and
camera.
just hear how it's?
Yeah.
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 Oh, it's gonna be a pitch to take that off.
No, just pause. Oh, you had to
Because
take it
the
off.
finger
Oh.
after the
Okay, so we
I
won't
think we-
really leave it.
Are you
but-
sure?
I
kinda
think we
wanna-
should just talk a little louder, that's all. I think
Yeah,
we're
talk a
good.
little louder and
Okay.
try and talk into the camera.
I think we're
to
talking
set
about
up
you
each
can't.
other.
I can't turn around
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
Okay, so we're back. I can get it crazy today.
If you guys only know what happens behind the scenes here.
You'll never know.
You want them to know.
Yeah. So we're the Boston Wives. I hope you are enjoying us as much as we are enjoying you and enjoying Boston and just the scenes and the events and stuff like that over the COVID small events. But definitely next week. We're gonna record it this week and we have a nice event coming up for you guys.
Do you want to
Yeah.
tell them, Shelly? You sure?
I don't want to tell them.
Okay.
I want them to tune
Stay
in next
tuned.
week.
Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
yeah.
To be continued.
Yeah, to be
Continue.
continued. But before we leave, anyone got anything coming up in the future that they want to talk about?
I was gonna ask you, what are you guys, plans for Thanksgiving is approaching soon. What do you guys
Coming to your house.
Because I wanna host you guys actually, private dinner, but
Okay.
with your families, what are you guys doing with your families
Yeah.
this year?
For Thanksgiving, I'm having it. My daughter made a great suggestion. I'm gonna have it at the fire pit right there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So to be here, as long as it's not too cold, and we'll light the fire pit, and we'll just eat around the house.
Catch
It's
a
gonna be-
turkey in the forest and throw it in
Yeah.
the field.
That's I drove over here.
Yeah, they're out.
did.
I
Yeah.
have them in my backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Or throw all turkeys in your pool.
Right?
Swim
Oh
out.
yeah, I know.
Thanksgiving is my favorite time of the year. So Thanksgiving is like the non-gift giving time of year. So we typically have family from New York. So
Yeah.
that's not happening. So we're gonna do like a Zoom.
Yes.
So they're gonna be there. We're gonna be here.
Oh.
But I'm gonna decorate as if they are here.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, that's the time I cook though. So you know I don't cook.
Oh.
We
But like
didn't know that.
Thanksgiving, I like make everything from like candy yams to black eyed peas. To like I don't do turkey. But
I know
do-
where I'm gonna end
Yeah,
up.
right.
Yes, exactly.
Cornbread, mac and cheese. I do cook that Thanksgiving time.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
good, you know.
That's-
Once
that's
a year?
That's it.
That's why everybody appreciates it
Thanksgiving
so
and
much.
Christmas,
Yeah,
right? They love
yeah.
me so.
It's like a Christmas on Thanksgiving.
Right?
Vanilla cooking, right?
Yeah.
2 days they get food.
We're so busy all the time. It's
It's,
just
I'm
so
not.
weird.
I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of cooking, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good in other things, so.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I will go to New York to
Nice.
spend with my family, but I was just thinking about it because last year when I went to New York and after dinner we went to Rockefeller Plaza and it was
Yeah.
like amazing with
Oh,
all
yeah.
that Christmas
Wow.
display
Oh,
and then
it's beautiful.
dancing the lights, you know, with the
Yes.
Christmas tree already. It was like so gorgeous and I just realized like unfortunately this year it's not going to happen.
Right.
So you cannot even walk there because I remember there was big huge crowd there.
I saw an
Wow.
article where
Yeah.
Times Square, for the first time in I don't know, a long time, nobody's gonna be there. Nobody's gonna
that's
be
nice.
empty.
Wow.
It's gonna be so weird for being, the
Right,
first
that's
time.
Yeah.
so much, yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine. I mean, it's like that now. It's not busy at all.
But you know what? Good side is like we're living in a very historical period, and
Yeah.
then everybody will be asking us in 20 years, oh, how it was like
How are you
during
in COVID?
Yeah, like how
Yeah.
did you survive?
Yeah.
We survived.
Yes,
We
yes,
thrived.
we
Actually.
did, yeah.
We
Yeah.
thrived.
Yeah. So you're hosting Thanksgiving, you're cooking, you're going to New York, and I'm having it right at my fire pit.
As it should be. I love it.
Yeah, so, well, we hope you have a great Thanksgiving and a happy holiday if we don't see you. And stay
But you
tuned.
will see us.
But you
Yes.
will see us.
Yes.
You have to stay tuned for
Yeah.
next week.
Toodaloo.
Bye. That was.
Is it great or not so
Wait,
great?
is there a way that we can hook that up to my TV and watch it?
Let's do it.
Yeah, you have smart TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can like.
Oh,
go
come
like-
on.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
I had
gonna
a
be
cord.
fun.
So I had this big projector. I did the whole movie night at my house.
Oh really?
Was
But
it
I
your
had-
yacht I saw?
Yes. So I
Oh
have
my
I
God.
have this thing now. I should have brought it. You can connect from your phone to an actual. I
Wow.
should have brought that thing. So you can connect it to the actual plug in your computer, on your TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. We're done.
Yeah. Let's watch it.
Depending on
It's
how it
only
looks.
like 20 minutes. So.
Well,